Night Road is a novel about consequences and about how one bad decision can ripple through and change so many lives. As I've said, publicly a lot of times, motherhood is very much the role that defines who I am. And this book was about being a mother and looking back on the crazy, frustrating, stressful, wonderful year that was my son's senior year of high school, and trying to sort of relive that time and understand it from a distance. I think what's most compelling and most surprising about Night Road is how universal it is. All of us have either been a senior in high school trying to break free from our parents and go forward into the world and become the people that we want to be, or we have been parents who are trying to both keep our children safe and guide them, and yet somehow allow them to become who they need to be during this year that presents so many challenges. I mean, during senior year, there are so many difficult moments presented to parents and children. And that's really, I think, what the novel is about, how you make choices in such a dangerous time. Women's friendships are extremely important to me, both as a writer and as a woman. And friendships are one of the many themes that I explore in all of my books. There's a strong friendship in Night Road, and it sort of forms the basis of this story, actually. It's the very beginning, two young girls coming together and forming a friendship that will change the course of their lives. And I think that it's so important for women to have friends and to be a friend that I'm constantly sort of interested in exploring the various ways that friendship impacts our lives. I was not one of those kids who always wanted to be a writer. I sort of fell into this career in a very different way. It all started for me, I guess, when my mom was diagnosed with cancer, and she was extremely ill. And so I was spending a lot of time with her. I was in my third year of law school, and I was complaining one day about one of my professors, and she said, "Oh, don't worry about it, you're going to be a writer anyway." And I was just, I didn't even understand what she was talking about, because I had no interest in being a writer. I really would have said back then that you need something special to be a writer. You can't just decide and give it a try. But like so much of a mother's advice, I discovered over time that she was right, and that this is my path, and I was very lucky to find it. And I hope that someday I can give my own son a piece of advice that good. One of the best things about the computer revolution for me has been the meeting of my readers. For literally probably 15 years, I rarely met anyone who read my books. I sat in my little room with my little perfect pen and my little notebook, and I wrote my books, and I put them out. I saw them published, but I didn't really talk to people, who read them. And with the advent of Facebook and my website and blogging, all of which I was dragged into kicking and screaming because I didn't want to do this, I have discovered this great sort of connection with the women who read me. And I absolutely love talking to them. It's really great. What would I like readers of Night Road to come away with? Well, first and foremost, what I love to hear most of all from readers is I couldn't put it down. That's the most important thing, that once you begin one of my books, you have to know how it ends. I hope that this book touches people and moves them and makes them think about their own lives. And beyond that, because this is a book that's actually about something very important, the teen years and parenting during the difficult times when your kids want to experiment with drinking and driving and sex and all the dangers that are in the modern world right now. I would love it if the message of Night Road is talk to your kids. And that I would love it if people read this book and then began a dialogue with their kids that perhaps they hadn't had before.